Hey yogis, so we're on the Sirsasana journey. Last week we worked with our tripod headstand because personally I think it's one of the most accessible ways to get into this posture. For those of us, or for all of you who are watching, you're familiar with crow pose. We set it up with the same type or similar type of foundation, that equilateral triangle. The hands being at the base of the triangle, the top of the head being at the top of the triangle. I found it easier when I was learning how to do this, because I was able just to rest my knees on the back of my elbows. Similar to what we do in crow, except the head is on the earth. So why do I think the tripod is a little bit easier? You've got 3 points on the ground and a shelf to rest your knees. Traditional Sirsasana, let me demonstrate that in case you forgot. We place the top, hands are at the base of the triangle. We find our knees to the back of the elbows, and we find ourselves in a nice little sort of tucked position. Traditional Sirsasana, we start with the forearms on the ground. We interlace our hands, place the forearms on the ground. My elbows should be the distance of my shoulders, shoulder width distance. We don't want them splaying out too far. We want to still maintain a triangular shape for our foundation. Where those hands are clasped, that's the top of our triangle. The elbows support or provide the base of our triangle. We open the hands. We place the back of the head into the palms of our hands. The top of my head is on the mat. This week, we're going to start to maybe try to make a little egg shape with our body. So we walk those toes in, and maybe we tuck one knee in. Maybe that's all we do. Maybe we tuck 2 knees in, and we're just going to hang on to our little egg shape until we can start to get the balance, because it's not very far to come down. What I want to start to do with this particular posture is to connect. I want people to gain an understanding of how our core connects to this posture. And it's key. So we're talking about the triangle. We're talking about the foundation of the headstand. When we're in our triangle, whether it's with our hands at the base or with our forearms on the earth, we want to think about distributing the weight equally or evenly. So there should be no weight, well, very little weight in our head. It's in our hands, it's in our forearms. That's really where you're supporting ourselves. Same with the tripod. You're going to find some weight in your hands, weight in the top of your head, but I want you to think of equally distributing that weight. It should never, ever, ever be on your head alone. We should think about how that weight is being distributed through the foundation of that posture. So, if in fact you're comfortable in the egg and you want to start to maybe take the legs up, I would like to see the progression like this. We start from our forearms on the earth. I've got a triangle here, I'm looking at it. Top of my head finds the mat, and I start to walk those toes in. So my hips are now moving over my shoulders, and at this point, my core, my Uddiyana Bandha, can begin to catch, and I can start to lift those legs. Maybe we just go halfway today. Maybe we hang on to that. But it's really my core that activates all of that. I'm pressing into the earth, I'm activating that Uddiyana Bandha, and I'm lifting the legs from the core. So the idea is to connect this posture with this posture. And we'll build it into the sequence this week so you can start to get a feel for how that abdomen needs to turn on. And this is really key for so many of our arm balances, so many of our postures that are upside down. We need to figure out how to utilize these muscles in here. And it's not just cranking up that six-pack. It's a subtle movement that we can begin to feel when we practice Navasana. So we'll work on all that this week, start to give it a try. If you have any questions prior to Monday, reach out. I'll be happy to answer your questions. But we'll work on it again this week. Looking forward to seeing you. Bye.